Okay, let's continue. So the last video I said find sine of 45 and cosine 45, sine of 60, cosine of 60. I'll do that in a second, but let's continue with this. Now that we have a good idea of what this concept is of the unit circle, the initial ray, the terminal ray, here, remember, the initial ray never moves, and the terminal ray, this one moves, and this is the unit circle, right? This is, what's this position? It's 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 1. Okay? Now, let's try and answer these questions. Here it says, what is the length of OQ of the horizontal leg of our triangle? They're talking about this OQ. And from our special triangle, it's just square root of 3 over 2, right? This is the length of here to here. You have to use those special triangles. Here, so this is square root of 3 over 2. Here, this question is saying, what is the length of QP of our vertical leg of our triangle? What is this distance QP? And this is 1/2, right? And this is a half using our special triangle. And remember, what's the distance of O to P? This is 1, right? Because the radius is 1. Now here it's saying what's sine of 30 degrees. This one we did in the other video. So sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. And cosine of 30 degrees is square root of 3 over, square root of 3 over 2. Okie dokie. Now let's move on. Here it says, suppose that point P is on the unit circle obtained by rotating the initial ray through 45 degrees. Find sine of 45 degrees and cosine of 45 degrees. Basically, this is saying that if I have that, if I have this same sketch and I draw a circle, right? And now here, the initial ray is this, right? And remember, this initial ray never moves. So now it's saying you rotate the initial ray 45 degrees. So when you rotate this 45 degrees, you make a 45-degree angle. And this 45-degree angle over here will be here. And imagine that the sun is over here. If this is the point, what do? We drop this line, and this is the perpendicular line. And now here, this is simply a 90-degree angle. And if this is 45, 90, you use your special triangle, right? And what is our special triangle? It's that if this is 45, 90, 45, right? This is the triangle that we're creating. Remember, here to here is 1. This is 1. And we did it in the other video that this is square root of 2 over 2, and this is square root of 2 over 2. So to find cosine of 45 degrees and sine of 45 degrees, you just have to use the properties. Remember, what does sine mean? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So then if I were to do sine of 45 degrees, this is equal to what? If this is 45, right? Opposite over hypotenuse. So this is square root of 2 over 2, all divided by 1. And that just equals square root of 2 over 2. Because if you have something divided by 1, it's itself. So it's just this. And if you notice, cosine of 45 degrees will be the same thing, because cosine of this 45 degrees is saying adjacent over the hypotenuse. Our adjacent is square root of 2 over 2, and our hypotenuse is 1. So this is square root of 2 over 2 divided by 1, which is just square root of 2 over 2. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Suppose P is on the point on the unit circle, and what we're doing is, here we made a 45 degree, now let's make a 60 degree. So here, let's imagine this initial ray, it doesn't, oh wait, let me draw the circle first. So this is the circle. Right? And now this initial ray doesn't move. This is our initial ray, right? And then now we have a new angle of elevation. Instead of 45 degrees, we're going to make it 60 degrees, right? So this angle is 60 degrees. And if this is a point, right, Now what do we do with our point? We do the same thing. We drop a perpendicular line, and notice we make a triangle, right? And in this triangle, we have 60, 9, and the right angle. This always becomes a right angle, and this is 30. And what's this special triangle that we have? This will be a half. This will be square root of 3 over 2, right? And now find what will sine of 60 degrees be. Try and do the math, but it'll just be, this is 1, it'll be opposite over hypotenuse. So it's just square root of 3 over 2, divide by 1, and it's just square root of 3 over 2, cosine of 60 degrees. You do it, and now it should just be a half. Okay? Very good. What we're going to do is, in the next video, we're going to try and do this question here. What's sine of, how do we find 150? What do we do here? Okay.